Hello, my dear students. Welcome back to the fourth part of animal classification, an effective and easy method to identify, classify, and describe a given animal specimen. That is the aim of this chapter. We have already seen about the chordates in detail, and in the previous slide or previous presentation, we have seen about the 10 non-chordate phyla, out of which we have learnt about phylum Porifera and phylum Cnidaria. Today we will be beginning with a new phylum, that is phylum Platyhelminths. Let me tell you children, today we will be learning about helminths, which in common terms mean worms. So we are talking about two kedas in these slides. So first we start with phylum Platyhelminths. Platy means flat, helminths means worms. Let us see their characteristics. The body of these animals are slender and flattened, so they are also called as flatworms. Most of them are endoparasites. Endo meaning inside the body of a human being or any other organism that is warm-blooded. Parasite, it depends on the organism, that is the host organism's food supply or nutrient supply. So they are basically harmful. Very few platyhelminths are free living, and you should specially remember this example of a free living platyhelminth, that is Planaria. Body is acoelomate. Acoelomate, last time we have seen organisms without a proper digestive system are called acoelomate, and bilaterally symmetrical. Bilaterally means you can divide the body in only one plane. Triploblastic, here the animals have developed three layers: the ectoderm, the mesoderm, and the endoderm, just like us. These animals are hermaphrodites. Remember, most of them are parasites, so they don't have time to search for their partners and produce young ones. So God has blessed them with this property. Both the male and the female reproductive organs are present in the same animal. So the term hermaphrodites. Example, liver fluke, Planaria, and tapeworm. Now if you ask me which is the endoparasite sometimes found in human beings, the example is tapeworm. Liver fluke is found in the liver of infected goats and sheep, and Planaria, as you have seen it, is free living. Let us see the diagrams. The first one is a liver fluke, the endoparasite found in sheep and goats. Basically they are found in the liver of infected sheep and goats, and that is why they are called liver fluke. This is the free living platyhelminth, Planaria. This question was asked in March 2020 board exam. And the last one is a very long endoparasite infecting the human being. Those who eat uncooked or raw meat, especially pork, and duck meat, they get infected with tapeworm. Let us go to the next phylum, Aschelminths. They are also called phylum Nematoda. Aschelminths, you just turn the word ask, you will get sac. So they are sackworms or roundworms. They are just like sacs. Body of these animals long and cylindrical, so also called roundworms. Some are free living and some are again endoparasites. Triploblastic, made up of 3 layers: endo, meso and ectoderm. And pseudocoelomates. See, slowly the animals are evolving into the higher forms. So slowly this particular phylum has developed an artificial, pseudo means nakli, or artificial coelom, that is a digestive system. Unisexual animals. Here the animals are now slowly differentiating themselves into a male and a female worm. Body unsegmented. Unsegmented, you will see in the later phyla, the body gets segmented and divided into different parts. That is not seen in this phylum. And covered with tough cuticle. Remember, cuticle is a protective covering. These animals are found in the digestive system of human beings and other warm-blooded animals. So to protect themselves from the dangerous hydrochloric acid present in the stomach, these animals are blessed or protected with a tough cuticle. Example, filarial worm. Loa loa is an eye worm. Sometimes some people get infected with this worm. And Ascaris. Ascaris is the common pinworm or roundworm found in small children, especially when they play in the mud and accidentally put their hands into their mouth, they get infected with it. Filarial worm causes a disease called elephant foot, where the foot swells up, the lymph nodes swell up. Let us see the diagrams, the pictures. This shows Ascaris. Look at the male to the left. It is smaller in size as compared to the female. This particular diagram on the right hand side shows how the infection develops in a human being. Now to sum it up, what have you got to do, children? First, go through the slides, learn them properly. Copy down the characteristics of all these phylum that you are learning every day. 2 or 3 phylums at the most. Copy down their characteristics and try to learn them the same day. Also, as told to you before, take a screenshot of the last slide which contains the assignment, and then as time permits, please complete it. Any doubt? Wait for the next lecture because answers will be revealed there. Thank you.